That Passover, that Feast of Unleavened Bread, that's for the Jews. Okay, let's see. Exodus 12 and 37. Go ahead and read it.
And the children of Israel from Ramesses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men beside children.
Now they getting ready now. Go ahead and read.
And a mixed multitude went up also with them.
And a mixed multitude went up also with them.
And flocks and herds. And even very much cattle.
And even very much cattle. So he said a mixed multitude went up with them, right? Now look what he getting ready to say about the strangers, which is the mixed multitude. Skip down to verse 43. Go ahead. So this is for them too then. Look at what he's saying. Go ahead. 43.
Excuse me. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
There shall no stranger eat thereof. Go ahead.
But every man's servant that is bought for money.
Didn't Christ buy you with his blood? He purchased you with his blood, didn't he?
Yes, sir. He
said when every man is bought for money,
when thou hast circumcised him.
Ooh, wait a minute now. He said when thou hast circumcised him. Go ahead.
Then shall he eat thereof.
Go ahead.
A foreigner and hired servant shall not eat thereof.
Go ahead.
In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof.
Neither shall you break a bone thereof. We could have read about this too. When they came to Jesus, they saw he was dead already. He took the spear and poked him in the side, and out came blood and water, right? And they didn't break his bones like they broke the other guy's bones. But go ahead and read, though.
47. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee.
Wait a minute now, it was a mixed multitude that came out with them, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And he said, look, and when the stranger shall sojourn with thee, go ahead.
And we'll keep the Passover to the Lord. Let all his males be circumcised.
So the stranger got to be circumcised too, if you're going to keep the Passover, right?
Yes, sir.
So if those strangers, that mixed multitude that came out with the children of Israel, if they want to keep the Passover, they got to be circumcised, just like Israel had to be circumcised, right? Although Israel was circumcised at the 8th day. But the stranger, if he want to keep the Passover, he got to be circumcised. Go ahead and read. So now if you want to partake of the bread and the wine, which is the Passover, you want to partake of Jesus, then you got to be what? Circumcised. Go ahead and read.
Let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it.
Then let him come near and keep it. Go ahead.
And he shall be as one that is born in the land.
Oh, you mean he's going to be a spiritual Israelite? He shall be one. Because when the Lord said, hear, O Israel, he ain't say, hear, O Israel, and the mixed multitude, did he?
Come on.
He said, hear, O Israel.
That's right, brother.
And he was talking to Israel, flesh and blood, and spiritual Israel too. When he said, hear, O Israel. Go ahead and read.
For no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof.
Ooh, you understand when he said no uncircumcised person shall eat? That goes for the Israelite as well as the stranger, don't it?
Indeed.
No uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Go ahead.
One law shall be to him that is homeborn.
That's the Israelite. Go ahead.
And unto the stranger that is sojourned among you.
And that's everybody else. He said, look, one law for everybody. The Israelite and the stranger. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. We got two more. 1 Corinthians 11. Sorry for holding y'all so late. 1 Corinthians 11. And we're going to pick it up at verse 20. 1 Corinthians 11 and 20. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
When ye come together, therefore, unto one place.
Now look at what Paul, he's telling the stranger this now. He's telling the Corinthians this, the Gentiles this, the stranger. Go ahead and read.
This is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, every one taketh before other his own supper. And one is hungry.
Now, you know, some guys, they come there with their own meal, and the other guy over there, he hungry. Go ahead and read.
And one is hungry, and another is drunken.
And they said the other guy, he laying over there drunk. Now, they supposed to be keeping the Lord's Supper or the Passover, because look at what he getting ready to say. Go ahead and read.
What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink
He
in?
said, you go home and eat and get drunk. Go ahead and read.
Or despise ye the church of God? And shame them that have not.
Go ahead.
What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this?
He said, I'm going to praise you in this. Y'all supposed to be keeping the Passover, and you laying over there, one you eating, and this other guy over there hungry. The other guy, he laying over there drunk. He said, should I praise you for this? I'm not going to praise y'all for this. Y'all not doing this right. Just like when they take this communion every first Sunday, they not doing it right.
Come on, brother.
Because you're supposed to be taking the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at evening.
Yes, it is right.
In this season.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Annually, once a year. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you. That the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
Now, when did he take this bread? Wasn't that on the Passover night?
Indeed.
He stopped in the middle of the Passover and said, take this bread and eat it, didn't he? This is my body. And if you're going to eat the Passover, this is how you got to eat it now. But you got to eat it on the Passover, though. Go ahead and read.
24. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
He said, do this in remembrance of. Why is he telling you to do this in remembrance? Because that Passover lamb was for a memorial, wasn't it?
Come on, brother.
And he said, you know what? Take this bread and this cup and do this in remembrance of me. Go ahead.
After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood.
This cup is, we saw that day, he said, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. Go ahead and read.
This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
Now, wait a minute now. Wasn't that Passover lamb for a memorial? So what is a memorial? To remember somebody's death, right?
Yes, sir.
How many times did Jesus die? Once. What day did he die on? Passover. Come on, man. Somebody got to see, you got to see this. He not only died on the Passover night for you to come under his blood, but look, he died this night for humanity. You understand what I'm saying? This is a big thing that Jesus did. Because if he hadn't done this, we'd be all men most miserable. But he said, do this in remembrance of me, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come.
Ooh, like I said, that lamb was for a memorial, and he died on the Passover day, didn't he? Yes, Jesus died on the Passover day, and the lamb died on the Passover day. So you ain't going to eat the lamb no more. You're going to eat of me. And that's what Jesus told him. Look, he that eat my flesh and drink my blood have eternal life, and I'm going to raise him up at the last day. When are you supposed to eat his flesh and drink his blood? On the Passover day, because that's when he instituted it, ain't it?
Indeed.
Is this making sense or no?
Come on, brother.
Go ahead and read.
Yes, sir. 27. Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the blood and be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
Eating and drinking damnation unto himself.
Not discerning the Lord's body.
You not discerning the Lord's body. You understand? You eating and drinking this cup unworthily. So y'all the ones eating this every first Sunday. You eating this unworthily.
Yes, sir.
Most of you ain't even circumcised, because you say we ain't got to get circumcised no more. So you eating this unworthily, aren't you? Because you're not supposed to partake of this bread and this wine unless you this Passover, unless you circumcised. So I don't know what y'all doing. That's that other Jesus, ain't it? Let's go to Nehemiah. I'm sorry, Nehemiah 9, and we're going to pick up at verse 1. Because if you can't take it on the 14th day of the first month, then you can take it on the 14th day of the second month at evening. I'll just tell you that, because I'm going to save some little time. Okay? So you can take this Passover only if you are in a journey or you are unclean by reason of a dead body. Okay? You can take this fast on the 14th day of the second month at evening. Everybody understand that?
Amen.
Only if you're on a journey or only if you're unclean by reason of a dead body. Otherwise, you got to take this Passover on the 14th day of the first month at evening, and men, you must be circumcised in order to take this Passover. This will be last. 1 Corinthians 5, and we're going to pick it up at verse 7. Yeah, it's going to be last.
Numbers.
No. We're not going to do that. We're going to skip that. We're going to 1 Corinthians 5, and we're going to pick it up at verse 7. This will be last. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. We're going to skip that. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Everybody got it? Amen. This is going to be last. Go ahead and read that.
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us.
For even Christ what? Our Passover is sacrificed for us. And Christ fits that Passover lamb. Why? Because he is and was that Passover lamb. So I thank everybody for coming out. And I hope you truly got some understanding from this lesson. And I hope the people that's watching us got some understanding from this lesson. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to have a reading of the announcements.
Grace and peace to our brothers and sisters here at the Israel Church of the Living God. If this is your first visit, we hope you come back and worship with us again next Sabbath. There is no eating or drinking in the sanctuary with the exception for water. Brothers and sisters, please adhere to the dress code of Israel's Church of the Living God. Brothers, please remove any head covering upon entering the building. Do not wear sleeveless shirts, fleece jogging pants, shorts, tight-fitting pants, or any other revealing attire. Sisters, you must have a head covering. This is required. Hat, scarf, etc. Do not wear short skirts, midriffs, or see-through blouses, mini dresses, mini skirts, halter tops of any kind, revealing splits, tight-fitting, or cleavage-revealing attire. Modest apparel only. We have Bibles and scarves available for visitors. If you use a Bible or scarf that belong to Israel's Church of the Living God, please return it prior to leaving. If you live in the Lake County area, please watch our television program every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Comcast Channel 17. You can visit our Facebook page at Israel's Church of the Living God to post questions or comments. All questions will be answered according to the Bible. You can click the Facebook like button to see our daily posts, and also click the follow button to receive class information and church activities updates in the news feed. In an effort to expand the church ministry, we have started a building fund. You can make your secure payments online using our PayPal account at www.israelschurchoftlg.org, or you can send your donation to the attention of ICO TLG at P.O. Box 8933, Waukegan, Illinois 60079. We thank you for your past contributions and hope for your continued support. Free will donations are welcome and appreciated. Finally, brothers and sisters, please continue to pray for one another. This is this high Sabbath night announcements.
If you'd like to contact us here at Israel's Church of the Living God, you can give us a call at 847-636-4792. That's 847-636-4792. We also would like for you to follow us on our website. That's israelschurchoftlg.org. israelschurchoftlg.org, where you can go on there and follow us on Facebook. And you can also go on YouTube and look at some of our previous videos. And we have set up a GoFundMe account where those that are willing-hearted, we'd like for you to donate to our building fund. we will be keeping the Passover. Of course, we keep the Passover tonight, so we're going to adjourn for about 10, 15 minutes, and then we're going to bless the Passover meal, and then we're going to eat the Passover, right? And we'll be here tomorrow night or Thursday night to keep the feast, the first night of Feast of Unleavened Bread. So that's Thursday night, April 21st at sundown. We meet here around 7:30. We'll be keeping the first night of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The seventh day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread will be held Wednesday, April 27th at sundown. That's April 27th at sundown. We'll be meeting here around 7:30. So we want all of those to come on out and do what God commanded us to do, right? He commanded us to keep the Passover. He commanded us to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? If you're going to be his servant, right? So we want everybody to come on out. All right?